Hi guys, welcome to another video. Market has been going through a lot of things in the last 24 to 48 hours. The first thing is Sam Bankman-Fried. The other thing is Binance's CZ. FTX versus Binance. Well, is this just narrowed down to just these two parties or there is a lot more going in this market? For that, we have to look into what exactly happened and where FTX went wrong. The first thing everybody might know from the Celsius bailout to other bailouts that FTX Sam Bankman-Fried had offered was kind of like this guy spending money on things that he really doesn't need. Like he shouldn't be helping other companies out and he should not really interfere in the political campaigns, especially funding the Democrats. The first thing I can see is if you look at the stablecoin supply on FTX had been declining over the past few days, and this had been going on at a rapid pace. So this was cooking and brewing in the kitchen for some time before it became public. That is for sure, and it is certain because they had a lot of debt coming into their system, into their ecosystems, because they didn't want to stop the withdrawals without making these announcements on Twitter, and that kept tumbling their reserves. And that's why suddenly they decided to stop the withdrawals, especially when it came to stablecoins. Following all that drama between what happened with the LBRY research and Binance, FTX, came a tweet. And that tweet brought some massive FUD and volatility in the markets, which was that Binance wants to acquire FTX. They did sign a non-binary LOI, a letter of intent. So this means that Binance can still pull out of this deal or they could fulfill this deal. Well, nobody knows exactly what's happening on CZ's mind, but this is going to be a very interesting turnaround for sure. Then came Sam, and Sam said that he agrees and he wants to make all of this news public that yes, FTX is going to be inquired by Binance and the board of directors, the investors will all remain the same. Well, I kind of doubt that, and all this drama and fiasco is not going to end well either for Binance or FTX. Because the reason being is US SEC doesn't really like Binance. They have already pulled on so many things on Binance that Binance had to go around and make US Binance. So seeing they one of the biggest crypto companies going into the hands of CZ is not really something they'll be thrilled about. So everybody out there, just always remember this. If it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. To save your crypto, always buy it from exchanges because it's easy, but then right away take them into your ledger wallets because that is where it's gonna be safe. We didn't build this ecosystem. We didn't build crypto for countries to get involved. We didn't bring all of this ecosystem for exchanges to decide people's fate. So remember, keep the power in your own hands and use ledger wallets. That's gonna protect your investments. All this pump and dump, liquidity grabs, liquidity cascades was all came into place once the exchanges were here. And after the exchanges were here, they had to make stable coins after stable coins so they can make massive FUD. Because even if today you look into BTC pair charts, things aren't as bad in this market as they look on USDT charts. So you have to be very careful with what the narrative they are trying to sell you. You buy their narrative, probably you go a swing trade as a bull or as a bear, or you go full on long on a trade or a short on a trade, and either side is going to get ragged because that's where they make the most money. So let's deep dive today and see what's happening on Bitcoin and Ethereum. First thing first, let's get into DXY's chart on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frames, beautifully bouncing right now from this amazing trend line, which is yellow color, and also bouncing from this resistance box. So this is a possibility right now, no confirmation yet. After that massive event that happened in the last 24 hours, there'll be an uncertainty in the markets for some time now. If we look in here, this could be turning into a support if we have a successful bounce. We've done that previously here, though we are forming lower highs and lower lows. This is another lower low compared to this low. So things are still slightly bearish for DXY. Let's jump into the USDT's dominance. So USDT's dominance is definitely spiked up in the last 24 hours because a lot of FUD was in the markets and everybody wanted to get into the safer place, and the safer places are stable coins. I don't agree with that, but well, that's what people like. So, you gotta tell people what they want to hear because that's how they'll be happy and maybe they'll make your life easier. So if you look into this one, good bounce from the support box. Yet again, we've been noticing on several occasions here from this green box, we've seen healthy bounces. If you look into the trend right now, it's all right. We aren't exactly making a lower high or lower low just yet. Too early to make those calls. We are actually starting a new trend. So this was a massive bullish upside coming in, now facing resistance from 8.41%. So this weekend closing is going to be very, very important, and I have all my eyes on USDT's dominance. Let's move right into BTC USDT 6-hour chart. If you look here, I can see some bullish divergences forming because if you look at these lows and the previous lows that I'm going to be sharing with you on the daily time frames are pretty much forming a bullish divergence right now. The low is now in the charts. I'd been saying that we're going to be dumping. People didn't listen to me. They were expecting a bull run to be starting here. Well, you are probably inexperienced to these bear markets. I've been here from the first bear market and I've seen exactly how everything always rolls out. History repeats itself. Don't get your emotions involved in any kind of trades. So if you look here, we have made a new low at about $17,141. We're still bouncing pretty much closely here. This is going to be a massive pull for a bear flag. If you look into the MACD right now, it's turning all the way red. Obviously the FUD is coming in. The money tree on this one, on the cipher, is going down. So there's a lot of money that has left the markets on this FUD. If we now move into the daily time frames, we are clearly in the Thanos zone again, below the Thanos zone, kind of just taking support right now and retesting the Thanos zone, which is at $18,080. If you look at the upper BB right now, it's at $21,471. The 50 MA for us right now, this middle part is at about $19,638. The lower BB right now is sitting at $17,804, and we are below that, just trading in those ranges where we're trying to close ourselves along this lower BB channel. So things are still very dangerous out there right now in the markets. If I zoom out from here and look into what I was just telling you guys, so if you look into this low, which was about $70,500, and this low, which is at about $70,100, there's a clear bullish divergence forming right now. But since we haven't closed, we have 11 hours to go in today. This is going to be a very, very important day. If you got into the trades that I had shared with you guys previously, that this will make a very good short positions, and some of you, not actually some of you, a lot of you DM me on Twitter, LinkedIn, and I actually shared my trade with you guys because I didn't get time yesterday to make the video. I was so busy in this fiasco to actually figure out what is exactly going to be happening here, and finally we knew in a few hours that once the announcement came out that this is exactly what the plan they have right now. So I'm happy a lot of you messaged me. I was happy to help you guys. If you didn't, I'm sorry, no problems. I'm back in here today with the video, so hopefully this is going to be helping you out. Most of you are in short positions. I've already started booking some profits like 10%, 15%, because I don't want to take too much time and then get cut down on my profits with fees and all that XYZ shit that happens while taking these short positions. So just be careful out there and make sure to take some profits. Let's move into the Ethereum 6-hour chart. So on the Ethereum 6-hour chart, we have not made a new low, though we have dumped into the lows of about $1,128. So the last one was about at $800. I still expect it to come back down and correlate with what's happening on the BTC's chart. So it's going to be coming in very, very soon. If we look into the 50 MA here, it's sitting at $1,553. If you look into the 200 moving average, it's sitting right now at $1,387. We are testing this zone again, which is at about $1,216. Going to be very, very interesting how this plays out. Looking at the MACD is still green. Looking at the money flow, it's all gone. Most of the money right now is sucked out of these markets. If we now move into the daily time frames, like I said previously in the 6-hour chart, that it was about $800. So we are still pretty much far away from that, but there is still a lot of space in the lower BB for us to dump to, which is about $1,000.86. If we have a quick wick that we've seen on BTC's chart as well, I would be expecting somewhere in this range, just about 950, or maybe a quick wick even to 1880 or somewhere like that, somewhere in this range, meeting this wick somewhere in these ranges. So not really making a new low, but going to be in this phase for some time. If you look in the upper BB right now, it's at $1,680. The 200 moving average is right there at about $1,623. The 50 MA right now is sitting at $1,383. So this is going to be a very, very interesting trade coming up here. If we have a good bounce, then obviously we're going to be bouncing to about $1,383. If I now look into the RSI's bullish divergence, so this is the low previously and this is the low, so it's pretty clear cut here on Ethereum what we have compared to see on BTC. If we look now on the daily time frame, the MACDs have started to turn red. If you look in the daily time frame, especially on the ciphers, there's still space for the money to flow out, so I'm still expecting some FUD to be going on this whole week. Let's now look into the fear and greed index. So we're already at 29 levels. The last highs were at about nearly in the 40 levels. So quickly it has come down into its place, and I'm also expecting it to again touch into the regions of about 24, 25 while we're going to get back into the extreme fear. Now let's look into crypto bubbles. So if you look into crypto bubbles, FTT, obviously FTX native token has dumped really hard. So if you look on the monthly time frames, let's start from the monthlies. It was at 26.28 and dumped all the way to $4. Another story, another event exactly like Luna's, and it is clearly playing out right now. They are asking, or you can also say, aka begging CZ to help them out. Well, not really sure what he's gonna do and what's on his mind. We can't read people's mind, but we just gotta watch out where the money's moving, because wherever the money moves, that's what's gonna be following. The smart money, the big money, everybody's gonna go in that similar direction. So on the weekly, it's gone from 25.77 all the way to $4. Even on the daily time frames, it went in 24 hours from $19 to about $3.33. Looking pretty bad out here. Once they do bail them out, obviously I'm expecting a bounce here. It's an exchange native token, so it should bounce, but I hate exchange native tokens. Let me just put it out there. I don't like BNB, I don't like Gate token, I don't like FTT. Anything that has to do with exchanges, I don't like it, because in simple words, it is a centralized currencies, and I came into this industry for decentralized systems and not for a centralized currency or even a centralized ecosystem. That's why I always buy shit and put it right back into my ledger wallets. If I want to take long and short positions, I quickly move the money enough for me to do that trade and then move it back right away. I don't even trust an exchange, even if I have to, like, for a day, because I'm not going to wait that what's going to come tomorrow. I'll just move the money when I'm done with the trade, because I've seen Mad Gox, I've seen so many bad events happening at exchanges that I don't trust them anymore. If you look in the bubbles right now here, Solana got affected pretty bad, because Solana has one of the biggest investments in the protocol from FTX's Sam Bankman-Fried. So that is really playing out here. From $30 went all the way down to 16.57, and I'm expecting more downside to becoming. My all-time low on Solana was somewhere about $11-12 on this bear market. So we're reaching there almost, and this is a very good short trade. If somebody took it, I didn't take it. I like to remain out of the FUD and maybe live just close to peace, and where I'm not really rushing into my trades, where I'm not facing any kind of anxiety why I got in this trade. So I preferred BTC and I opened some short positions on BTC. It made sense to me, and obviously the risk to reward ratio is way higher. Alright, so let's deep dive into the derivatives data. So the funding rate right now is long position traders are dominant. So long positions are going to be opening real soon. Taker buyer seller ratio. Selling sentiment is dominant. Obviously, after the FUD, a lot of people want to get out of this market. Now they're realizing that there's a lot of manipulation in these markets, which I've been telling people for the past several months, and you can even count years. But so well, people don't listen. They like to do what they like to do, and they believe they're going to get quick. Really, like, they're going to get quick rich and then they'll be a billionaire the next day they wake up. I just feel like this is not realistic. You got to open your eyes and see what's happening around the world. As OI decreases, it indicates investors are closing future positions and possibility of trend reversal. In turn, this might trigger possibility of long and short squeeze caused by sudden price movements, or vice versa, which we already experienced yesterday. Both places got liquidated. Long positions were liquidated in a large number in the last 24 hours. So this is the liquidation data on CoinGlass. If you look here closely, in the last 12 hours especially, we first saw a big squeeze for longs, then we saw a squeeze for the shorts, and now we've still been sustaining or going in the same place right now. Long is also getting squeezed, short are also getting a squeeze. Obviously, short traders got squeezed a few days back here, so right now there'll be more pressure on the long positions getting squeezed, so the exchanges could actually balance out their balance sheets and they'll be like, finally we made money out of this retail. So talking about long and short, which positions are going to be favoring, especially on this 1 hour time frames. If you look into Binance, it's pretty even Stevens right now. Okay, X also looks okay. Bitgit, it's all right, about just about 51% right there. FTX, more long positions opening, about 55%. Bitfinex, as usual, aggressive, 62 to 63% people are gonna be opening short positions right now. Kraken is about 56%, and 51% goes all the way for Bitmax. So things are gonna be pretty mixed up right now in the market. Just be careful out there. Don't rush into the trade, especially this is only 1 hour time frame, so don't rush into this. It's just sentimental. I'm just sharing sentiments with you right now of the market. Well, a lot have been happening in the last 24 hours to 48 hours. There's a lot of things that aren't in our control, because that's like the new Netflix season that's going to be written on whatever happened in the last 24, 48 hours, and people are going to be making some massive money on those documentaries, or even a season if they wish to. But the biggest news that I had been paying attention to was LBRY, because they have just lost the case against SEC, and that case is going to be used as a case study, as a reference for the cases that is going to be coming forward. And SEC always likes to use material that they've already won on, and accuse the other party that, look, we did this like this in the previous case, and this was the precedence, and now they're going to be using this case as precedent to rule out maybe Ripple, maybe some other coins, because they will be coming out of coins now after this Binance acquiring FTX is not really gonna make any governments, agencies really happy. So be careful out there. Just buy a ledger, move your tokens into the ledger, and make sure you are protected out there. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Going to back in here. Take care, guys. Bye bye.